everyone, it's Lisa Brown with InkandInspirations.com. Thank you for joining me today. In this video, I wanted to show you how I created some of the elements that I've used on this card, partly with the canvas creations that are in the spring catalog from Stampin' Up, and then these little flowers that are in the Pop-Up Posies kit, also in the spring catalog. So first let's work with the flowers, and they're all cut the same. Okay, you get some in Calypso Coral and then some in Pool Party, but I wanted my layers to show up a little more, so what I did on the top layer is I just cut them down with little points, okay, on each of the petals. Alright, the middle one, what I did is I took my snips and just cut down the center on each one, just like that, all the way around. The back one I left just as is, and then I alternated the pieces like this. Of course, they were all cut. Pierced the middle and put a brad that came with the kit down the center. Okay, so let me show you this. You'll see how the top flower is a little smaller, and then you've got little fingerling petals on that second one, and then the bottom one is the same. I also sponged around the edges in the color that I used, so on this one I would sponge around with some Pool Party. Now, I've seen a lot of feathers on projects in paper crafting and scrapbooking lately, and I wanted to try to make my own with the canvas creations that's in the spring catalog. So what I did is I took a piece. Now this is just a scrap. You can already see where I've cut out one feather. And I'm just going to freehand a feather shape in pencil. Doesn't have to be perfect, just a general shape, okay? And then I'm going to cut that out with my paper snips because it's a small image. You could use your big crafting scissors too. And then what I'm going to do is use a piece of wire, a piece of craft wire. I have a piece from an old Stampin' Up kit that we had, some wire works, but you can also find craft wire in your craft store and your discount store on the craft aisle. And the neat thing about these is they'll all be different, okay? So then what I do is on this back side, this side is more textured. I'm going to leave that to be the front. On this back side, I'm going to take a piece of sticky strip and go down the center, okay? And just cut it off there before you get to the end. Alright, then I'm going to take a piece of wire after I pull off the red line, and I'm going to lay the point down and then just go straight up, and that sticky strip's going to hold that wire. Now to cover that back side of the wire, I just cut a piece of scrap, and I'll use this one here to cover it up. And so it also will cover up the rest of that sticky that's exposed. And then I'm just going to trim off what I don't need. And now we're going to create the feather with a little brush type of cuts all up and down. Okay, that should be good. Okay, now I'm going to look at the back. I missed a little bit of the wire. I have to poke that in. Okay, so now I'm just going to cut up as far as I can to the wire using little angled cuts. And on the one on my card, I believe I cut them a little closer together. You can do that. And I'll probably go back later and cut through this, but for the sake of time, I just want to give you the main idea. And then you just kind of fluff that up a little bit. Okay, and then I take a Stampin' sponge and my ink, and so I'm going to use Calypso Coral on this, and then I'm just going to sponge over that, and that brings out the cuts and the accents in the fiber and the texture of the canvas. And you can see when you brush up on there, it really starts to looking like a feather. It's just something fun and different for you to try. Okay? So give that a try on your projects. Here's the finished one. You can see I cut a little more narrow slits in this one, and it's a little larger of a feather. So see, this one would even look good if I attached it there. Okay, give that a try. If you have any questions, email me at lisa@inkandinspirations.com. Visit me over my blog at www.inkandinspiration.com for more ideas. I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.